Om Shanti. 28th June 2020. Avyakt Baapdada's Murli. Revised date 18th February 86. In the essence, Baba says, become constant server and constant yogis. Om Shanti. Today, the Father, the ocean of knowledge, is seeing his Ganges of knowledge. He is seeing how and where the Ganges of knowledge who have emerged from the ocean of knowledge have been purifying others and are now celebrating a meeting of the Ganges with the ocean. This is the meeting of the Ganges and the ocean. All the Ganges have arrived from everywhere. Baapdada is also pleased to see the Ganges of knowledge. Each of you Ganges has the determined faith and intoxication that the impure world and impure souls have to be made pure. With this faith and intoxication, each one of you is continuing to move forward on the field of service. You have enthusiasm in your minds to complete the task of transformation as quickly as possible. All the Ganges of the knowledge are world benefactors, bestowers of blessings, great donors and merciful souls like the Father, the ocean of knowledge. This is why hearing the sound of sorrow and peacelessness of souls, your enthusiasm to serve those souls at a fast speed to transform their sorrow and peacelessness increases. Hearing the calls from the hearts of the unhappy souls, you feel mercy, do you not? You have the loving feeling that they should all become happy. You have become instruments to give the world rays of happiness, rays of peace and rays of power. Today, Baba is seeing to what extent the service of the Ganges of knowledge has become instrumental from the beginning until now to bring about transformation. Even now, you have to serve many souls in a short time. In 50 years, a very good foundation of service has been laid in this land and abroad. Service places have been established in all directions. You have adopted many different forms to spread the sound. That is also very good. The gathering of children who had been scattered across this land and abroad has been formed, and that will continue. What else are you going to do? You now know the method. You have already collected many facilities and are continuing to collect many type of facilities. Each of you is also paying attention to your own stage and to self-progress and also drawing the attention of others to that. What more remains? In the beginning, all the original jewels surrendered their bodies, minds, wealth, time, relationships, day and night to the Father with zeal and enthusiasm. As a result of the zeal and enthusiasm of their surrendering, you saw the practical form of a powerful stage in service. At both times, you saw these specialities. At the beginning of establishment and at the beginning of service. In the beginning, when Brahma Baba walked and moved around, did you see him in an ordinary form or in the form of Krishna? You experienced, did you not, that while seeing him in an ordinary form, you didn't see him as ordinary. Did you think that he was Dada? Whilst he was walking and moving around, you experienced him as Krishna. You experienced that, did you not? In the beginning, you saw and experienced this speciality in Father Brahma. Wherever any of you went at the beginning of service, everyone experienced you as goddess. You heard everyone say that the goddess have come. It used to emerge from everyone's lips. These are unique beings. You experienced this, did you not? Their feelings of you being goddess attracted them all and became instrumental for the growth of service. So, in the beginning, there was the speciality of being unique. In the beginning of service too, there was the speciality of being unique and divine. Now, at the end, they will experience that same splendor and sparkle in a visible way. Only then will the drums of revelation beat. Now, in the times that remains, they will experience you to be constant yogis, constant servers, constant embodiment of those who grant visions, and constantly being exactly like the Father. You will attain success with this method. You celebrated the Golden Jubilee. That is, you reached the practical form for the golden world. Just as in the scenes of celebrating the Golden Jubilee, people experience the form of goddess in a practical way. Those who were sitting there as goddess and those who were observing them. So now, was walking and moving around continue to give souls this experience in service. This is celebrating the Golden Jubilee. Did all of you celebrate and see the Golden Jubilee? What would you say? It is also the Golden Jubilee of all of you, is it not? Or is it the Silver Jubilee for some and the Copper Jubilee for others? It is the Golden Jubilee for everyone. To celebrate the Golden Jubilee means to be one with the constantly golden stage. Now, was walking and moving around, experience being an angel and then a deity. Through this powerful awareness of yours, others will also only see your angelic and deity forms. You celebrated the Golden Jubilee. That is, you surrendered your time and thoughts for service. Now celebrate the surrender ceremony. Do not use your time on thoughts in your own trivial matters, such as for your body, mind, facilities, and in fulfilling relationships. To use them for service means automatically to receive the gift of self-progress. Now, transform the time that you have been using for yourself. Devotees try to chant the name of God in every breath. Similarly, have deep love for service in every breath. Become totally absorbed in service. Be bestowers of fortune and bestowers of blessings. Become constant great donors, not server for just 4 or 6 hours. You are now on the stage of becoming world benefactors. Surrender every moment for world benefit. Benefit of the self is automatically merged in world benefit. When you remain busy in service at every second with your thoughts, when you don't have time for anything else, Maya too will not have time to come to you. Problems will be transformed into solutions. They will not have the courage to come in front of you elevated souls who are embodiment of solutions. In the beginning of service, you saw how, because you were in your divine and powerful forms, those who came to you with impure vision were transformed and became the students who wanted to become pure. Just as the impure ones who came in front of you were transformed, so two problems that come in front of you have to be transformed into forms of solutions. Do not take time now to transform your sanskars. With your elevated feelings for world benefit, let your sanskars of elevated wishes emerge. Do not waste your time transforming your sanskars. In front of your elevated sanskar, limited sanskars will automatically end. Do not waste your time battling. Let the sanskars of being victorious emerge. Enemies will automatically be born in front of your victorious sanskars. This is why you are told to surrender your bodies, minds, and wealth through constantly serving. Whether you serve through your thoughts, words, or deeds, do not get caught up in any situation other than service. Make a donation, give a blessing, and any eclipse on the self will automatically finish. Start an imperishable hunger, continuous feeding of others. Because there is very little time and you have to serve souls, the atmosphere, the elements, and evil spirits. You have to show the destination to those wandering souls too. You will send them to the land of liberation, will you not? You will give them a home, will you not? So, how much service do you now have to do? How many souls are there? You have to give every soul liberation and liberation in life. Use everything for service and you will be able to eat a lot of nourishing fruit. Do not eat the fruit of laboring. The fruit of service is such that it liberates you from laboring. Baapdada saw in the result that the majority give a lot of time to themselves in their effort to transform their sanskars, whether they have been here for 50 years or just a month. From the beginning until now, the sanskar that has to be transformed from its original form is the same one. That original sanskars come as a problem in many different ways. For instance, someone has a sanskar of arrogance of the intellect, someone has a sanskar of dislike, someone has a sanskar of getting disheartened. It is the same sanskar, but it has continued to emerge at different times from the beginning until now. Whether it has taken you 50 years or just a year, it is this main sanskar that comes from time to time as a problem in many different forms, so that you have spent a lot of time and energy on it. Now, let the powerful sanskars of a bestower of fortune, and a bestower of blessings emerge. These great sanskars will then automatically finish weak sanskars. Don't spend any more time killing those sanskar. With the fruit of service, from the power of that fruit, they will automatically die. For instance, you have experienced that when you remain busy in service with a good stage, through the happiness of service, those problems are automatically suppressed for that time, because you don't even have time to think about problems. If you remain busy in service at every second and in every thought, the longer continuous queue of problems will end. You will able to step away. When you become an instrument to give support and show others the path and give them the Father's treasure, then weaknesses will automatically be kept aside. Do you understand what you now have to do? You must now think of the unlimited and the unlimited task. Whether you donate through your vision, your attitude, your words, your company, or your vibrations, you definitely have to donate. In any case, in devotion, they have the discipline that if they lack something, they are told to donate that particular thing. By donating it, that giving becomes a form of receiving. Do you understand what the Golden Jubilee is? Do not think that you have just celebrated it. You have completed 50 years of service, so now take a new direction. Whether you are young or old, someone of 50 years or just a day, all of you have to become embodiments of solutions. Do you understand what you have to do? In any case, life is transformed after 50 years. The Golden Jubilee means the Jubilee of transformation, the Jubilee to become complete. Acha. To the world benefactors who remain constantly powerful, to those who remain constantly stable in the stage of a bestower of blessing and a great donor, to those who always easily end all your own problems by becoming an embodiment of solution for others, to those who surrender every moment and every thought for service, to such real golden special souls, to the elevated souls who are equal to the Father, Baapdada's love, remembrance and namaste. Spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says good morning, namaste, namaste, namaste. Baapdada meeting the original jewels of the Golden Jubilee. Do you have the special happiness that from the beginning you souls have both the special parts of staying with the Father and of being His companions? You stay with Him, and whilst you are alive, you have to live as His companions, being equal to Him. So, you have received the special blessings of staying with Him and of being His companion from the beginning until the end. You took birth through love. You didn't have knowledge previously. You were born through love. You are the special instruments to give others the love through which you were born. Let whoever comes in front of you have a special experience of the Father's love through all of you. Let them see the Father's image in you and see the Father's divine activities through your activities. If anyone asks you what the Father's divine activities were, let your activities show those divine activities, because you yourselves are souls who have seen the Father's divine activities and have followed Him in those divine activities. Whatever divine activities have taken place, they are not the divine activities of the Father alone. They are the divine activities of Gopi Vallabh and the Gopikas. The Father performed every act with the children, not by Himself. He always kept the children in front of Him. So, to keep you in front was His divine activity. Let such divine activities be visible through your special souls. The Father never had the thought, I should remain in front. He was always a renunciate in this too, and he always kept others in front. Therefore, he himself received the first fruit as the fruit of this renunciation. Father Brahma became number one in every aspect. Why did he become that? He became that through the feeling of renunciation and by keeping others in front of himself, and so he thereby came to the front himself. To renounce relationship or physical comfort is not a great thing. However, in every task and even in his thoughts, he had the feeling of keeping others in front of him. This renunciation was elevated renunciation. This is known as finishing the awareness of the self, finishing the consciousness of I. So, those who have received direct sustenance have special powers. The power of direct sustenance is no small thing. Now continue to reveal that sustenance in sustaining others. In any case, you are special. You are special in many things. To play a part with the Father from the beginning is no small speciality. There are many specialities, but you special souls now also have to make a special donation. Everyone gives the donation of knowledge, but you have to donate your specialities. The Father's specialities are your specialities. So, donate those specialities. Those who are great donors of specialities remain constantly great. Whether in being worthy of worship or in being a worshipper, they remain great throughout the whole cycle. You saw how Father Brahma, even at the end in terms of the Iron Age, still remained great, did you not? So, from the beginning until the end, such a great donors remain great. Acha, everyone was happy to see all of you, and so you distributed happiness, did you not? You celebrated very well. You pleased everyone and you also remained happy. Baapdada is pleased to see the special soul performing a special task. The rosary of love is ready, is it not? The rosary of effort and the rosary of becoming complete is revealed from time to time. To the extent that someone is experienced as a perfect angel, it can be understood that the bead is to be threaded in the rosary. So they are being revealed from time to time. However, the rosary of love is strong, is it not? The pearls of the rosary of love are always immortal and imperishable. All of you are those who will claim pass marks in the subject of love. However, the rosary of those who are embodiment of solutions now has to become ready. To be complete means to be an embodiment of solutions. You saw how anyone who went to Father Brahma with a problem would forget that problem. What did they go to Brahma Baba with and what did they go away with? You experienced that, did you not? They would not have the courage to speak of their problems because in front of the perfect stage, they would experience their problems to be childish games. This is why the problems would finish. This is called being an embodiment of solutions. If each one of you become an embodiment of solution, where will the problems go? The farewell ceremony would then be celebrated for half the cycle. Now, the solutions to the problems of the world is in transformation that has to take place. So, did you celebrate the Golden Jubilee? You celebrated the Jubilee to mold yourself. Those who mold themselves can adopt any form they want. To mold yourself means to be loved by everyone. Nevertheless, everyone's vision stays on those who are instruments. Acha. Blessing. May you be a special actor who, with your greatness and closeness to Baapdada, create an elevated reward for the cycle. May you be a special actor who, with the greatness and closeness to Baapdada, create an elevated reward for the cycle. In this life of dying alive, the basis of greatness are two things. Point number one, to be constantly uplifting others. Point number two, to remain pure from birth. The children who have been constant in this from the beginning to the end, whose purity has not lapsed, been broken in any way, and who have always been benevolent to the world and the Brahmin family, such special actors always remain close to Baapdada. So, their elevated reward is created for the whole cycle. The slogan: when your thoughts are wasteful, all other treasures also go to waste. When your thoughts are wasteful, all other treasures also go to waste. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank